Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of yours truly, WardyLive. And today's video is actually about the 8.1 patch notes that will be arriving on March 9th for the new Apex Legends Caustic takeover event. And I'm actually pretty happy to read them out. Some of the stuff seems okay that I've heard about. So let's do a quick glance over to see what to expect in the new patch that will be released soon. So as you can see here, our boy Caustic has gotten his own event and I'm actually really happy with that. Like last season I was mostly using him, really good for control, but I heard he may have gotten a nerf. So we're going to check out every buff and nerf that all the characters are going through, and hopefully they're not too castrating. Blah, legend updates. Okay, this is what we're mostly here for. So Caustic. Noxious gas grenade cooldown increased from 2.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. That sucks. And Nox gas damages at a flat rate of 5 HP per tick instead of ramping up from 6 HP to 12 AP. So from what this is saying, it's going to have a flat damage output instead of an escalating output for the amount of time that you've spent within Caustic's gas. And to be fair, that's good. And people, like I'm pretty sure they're probably looking at it going, oh, this just makes people want to push Caustic gas even more. And I can understand that. I can. Like, I've been annoyed by other Caustics for using it. And, like, your team doesn't get any... And actually, no. They do get hindered a little bit. They go blind. They don't really go that slow, but you can barely see stuff, hence why you give them visual threats. Now, Pathfinder. I've been hearing about this. Remove low profile. For everyone that used to use, like, Pathfinder a lot back in the day, including myself, he was great. He was able to zip around even though he had a broken hitbox. Now the guy has a giant refrigerator as a hitbox. And giving him low profile didn't really seem that fitting. Like, I think he's the only mobile legend that does not have... I mean, that does have low profile and reaps, like, no reward whatsoever. Like, it actually hinders him more. Because look at Horizon and Octane, no low profile, and those guys are zip-zapping everywhere. Like, if I have a Horizon, what would be the point of using Pathfinder? But now they removed this, and I'm pretty sure people are going to start picking them a little bit more. Because, let's face it, the risk and reward might be a lot better now since they took away it. Gibraltar, remove 15% faster heal item usage while in dome protection. I want more than just the 15% faster heal removed. Like, that's good. Lifeline had it and got removed. Now, Gibraltar had it, got removed. They need to do more, like, you know, something to do with his shields or something like that, or remove Fortify from him because of his shield. The man is able to eat a Kraber shot. Horizon, increase black hole cooldown from 2 minutes to 3 minutes. I'm okay with this, because I felt like Horizon's ultimates were way too frequent. So this is really good. Revenant Silence now disables Mirage, Cloaked Revive, and Respawn, as well as Octane's Swift Mend. Interesting, okay. So that means, like, if you get hit with this, you are going to reappear. Wait a minute, wasn't this always like this? Wait, so are you already invisible and then you get hit by it and then it wasn't going to affect your invisibility, or you are about to do the revive and suddenly you're back into, like, everyone's able to see you? Because I have had times where I've been hit by silence and I've revived someone and I'm still out in the open, like everyone can see me. Watson now has passive shield regen at 0.5 HP, half of Octane's current health regen. This I'm actually okay with. Like, I'm actually really happy with that because it makes sense. Like, Octane's able to do all of his stuff. Like, he gets a passive health regen. And I'm really sure that's because of all the drugs he keeps injecting into himself. Watson is like a walking static, you know, like a pylon of electricity. And she didn't get any, like, you know, type of passive that would benefit her. But seeing this little boost for her shield is actually really good, and it could come in clutch, especially when you run out of heals. Rampard. She's been getting a lot of love lately, especially from the devs. Explosives damage amped cover normally instead of inflicting 200 damage. That's actually really good. It's actually really good. Explosive damage Sheila normally instead of inflicting 175 damage. So yeah, like, amount of times, like, I've thrown a grenade right off the bat, hit a Sheila, like a Sheila wall, not a Sheila wall, the amped cover, and it just instantly gets taken out by a grenade. It's good to see that they're trying to make Rampart more, you know, viable. Especially now since they've nerfed Caustic, so they need, like, a bigger hold the fort type character. Well, should be beefy and powerful once built. Before rampart ship, we were worried that her nests would be too oppressive, so we gave enemy players the option to quickly clear them out with grenades. This wasn't necessary, as it turns out, so we're removing increased damage from grenades against armed cover and Sheila. Then we have weapon updates. Weapon optics, all gold AR and LMG default optics updated to 2x bruiser. I'm actually okay with this. Because the other one, the 2 to 4 times, not the 2 to 4 times, like the 1 to 2 times is really annoying. Massive pellet damage decreased from 13 to 11, but the fire rate has been increased from 1.0 to 1.1. Okay, I'm actually okay with this. Hopefully, like, I don't get 1 or 2 pumped in the face as soon as I drop. Because that's what has been annoying me lately. The Wingman has 1+ bullet to every magazine size, including base. It's not the worst buff you could give the Wingman, because like we could end up back with, you know, rapid fire Wingman. Hemlock, increased hipfire spread. The burst damage from the Hemlock's hipfire was feeling little too consistent for an AR that should excel at medium range. This change mitigates the Hemlock's close quarters damage spikes that felt on the receiving end. I'm a lover of the Hemlock. I absolutely love the Hemlock. And it's been a great weapon. I've changed many people's minds with this weapon. I'm talking about, they're all, oh yeah, this weapon's really bad, it's dog water, blah blah blah. And then I'm showing them that I'm literally taking out 3 squads at a time with it. And they're like, you know, I gotta change it. And the hip fire is really consistent. Like, stupidly consistent. Quality of life changes. Kings Canyon loot. We've done a pass on the loot to bring up the quality across the map, while also maintaining a certain amount of loot after Mirage Voyage has fallen away. I'm really sad that Mirage is gone. Really sad. The wooden shack across the map should have more pieces each and generally be a little higher quality. So that means, like, if you just drop, like, I've had randoms just drop us in the middle of nowhere, like for example, the cabins in front of Bunker in Kings Canyon, and we find sweet feck all, like just absolutely nothing in there, and it's really annoying. Like, it's so annoying. But no, hopefully that changes it all, especially when you're in the back, like the back end of everywhere, including swamps. I really hope swamps gets like better loot near the place of the name that I keep forgetting, near Relay. Spotlight has been reduced to medium quality from high. I don't really like that, but because, like, I like landing hot. Like, I like landing with places, especially if I have like a 50-50 chance of getting good loot and fighting off another enemy that may or may not have either better or just the same tier of loot that I have. Fresh Sight has redistributed the loot in the area slightly. The amount stays the same, but the higher quality loot should be in the ship. So that means all of the like good stuff is going to be in the ship, which I really hate fighting in that place. Like, it's so awkward to try get in there. Like, there's this like central point that everyone will converge on, and then there's these other like 3 or 4 locations that you can easily get choked on, especially if someone like has a caustic, or someone is just literally holding and peeking a corner, or a very well placed grenade that has got me so many times. Caustic treatment has more loot than water treatment and remains high quality. I really can't wait for that. I really can't wait for that. And it makes sense. Like, I always, like in ranked, I would drop water treatment if it's the first drop there. Because, let's face it, if you can get the weapons in there, you're going to shred the other team, like, instantly. You're going to shred them instantly. This is a bit... Locked weapon optic swapping. For guns with fully locked detachment slots, like fully critical weapons and most crate weapons, you can now remove the optic and replace it with a different sight. This does not apply to the Kraber sniper rifle. I am okay with this, and I'm pretty happy that they foresaw, I hope so, the problems that a Kraber with removable optics would be. Think of it this way. Kraber, bruiser sight. Kraber, digital threat. Kraber, with that other like level 5 or 4 sniper scope. That would be mind-boggling. Because I love the Kraber. Every time I find it, it's in my hands. If I have a bruiser, people are screwed. Because I can go up close and personal with people now. Assists have been added to the in-game HUD next to kills. This was already present in ranked and now has been added to unranked. Assists still don't contribute to XP. This has replaced the spectator eye icon. 2 good things about this. 1, teammates can finally stop going, yeah, I carried you all. And you'll be like, yeah, look the amount of assists I just got, all the kills you stole from me. Accumulate that with damage. You have bragging rights. Second, think of how many cheaters will get caught out not being able to see the spectator eye. The amount of them that'll be like, okay, no one's watching me. Let's turn the cheats and the hacks on. Boom, they can get caught, especially when streamers are watching them. They can record them, send them to Respawn and go, hey, deal with this, please. Please, I have the evidence. Assists and knocks have been added to your squad's banners and will show at the end of the match. Okay. Well, yeah, assists, knocks are... Sub names now appear on match summary, blah, blah, blah. Items will no longer stick to craft and replicator when dropped on the replicator. Thank you. Badge progress for badges that have longer amounts of progress. Hovering over the badge will show you more information. For example, if you're trying to get to 50 wins as lifeline, you now see that you have 45 instead of somewhere between 15 and 20. I like that. I like that. It'll show you the amount that you actually have, or you can just like check the win counter yourself. Ping my death box. While respawning on a dropship, you can now ping your own death box to help locate it easier. I like that, especially if there's like a bunch of death boxes like around your death box and you don't know which one is yours, and it will highlight it. Perfect. Players being revived by a gold backpack will have a crackle of energy based on the tier of armor they wear while the revive is taking place. They will also display the armor heal effects when the revive is finished. This change will help players prioritize and push in a revive in progress. Okay, so this is good for many reasons. You're able to know who has the golden backpack. You do not, like, people will always like either rush the person, like say the Bangalore, for example, because like, oh, she's finished the revive, get her down, and then we can deal with that teammate. That teammate they think has like 20 HP, but in fact he's got half shield, half health. So people would then probably try and just go straight for the Pathfinder, which is the guy being revived or whoever's down at the time. Seeing this effects is great because it will show us who has the golden backpack, and it will prioritize who you want to target first. Because if I see that Bangalore is the one with it, even if it's like, say they're in a room and I can see it through a window or through a crack, I'm like, I'm gonna take her down first because she's gonna be the one that is gonna be the biggest pain with revives, and then you can just start going after each and every one of them. After that, you won't have to worry about, unless they all have golden backpacks, then you know everything's in the air for that one. I don't know if there's an audio cue, so hopefully there will be an audio cue. Alright, players on PC can now go back to the title screen from the lobby to allow switching of data centers without restarting the game. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Added numbers to the advanced now. Once again, added peeking. Okay. Spec weapons. Since okay. Bug fixes. Gibraltar corrected an issue with Gibraltar not getting hit registrations when simultaneously releasing ADS and shooting while his gun shield was up. Another. I hope that's fixed. Rate players can no longer cancel into the void by jumping out of a wall. Did not know that. Skydive, legendary skins. Caustic fixed the bug that was causing caustic gas to flicker from some players affected by it. Octane, repeatedly using the same jump pad no longer disables double jumps. Players are no longer allowed to glide along a wall after using the jump pad. They got rid of the jump pad wall run. And one of my friends is going to be really disappointed about that. Crypto's animation to bring out his drone is no longer skippable by throwing a hollow spray. Crypto can no longer teleport to a replicator. Didn't know you could do that. Reload the Mastiff and 33 will no longer be faster while in Crypto's drone. Didn't even know you could do that either. Fix up few areas Loba could teleport into that would get her stuck. Loba mains are going to be happy with that. Hopefully it actually works this time because they have promised that many times. Rampart players can no longer use Sheila to get under the world when placed to close Phase Runner and Olympus. Didn't know it could do that either. Fix the gravity lift falling through the floor when used on the train tracks in World's Edge. Sorting Factory using a zipline after a gravity lift will no longer increase accuracy. I've seen people use it, and I think I've done it too, and it's a lot of fun. It'll be sad to see it leave. Reload with no damage and destroy jump pads. When under a small enclosure, please no longer be pushed out after using the mother load. I still don't like Fuse's ult. It could have done way better. Mastiff, dropping and picking up the Mastiff no longer cause it to be reloaded. When I found that out, it's been a godsend, not gonna lie. Dropping and picking up the 3030 will no longer cause it to be reloaded. Deviation ADS, like, I feel like the 3030 repeater needs a little bit more love. Miscellaneous, fixed up bug preventing Steam users. Yeah, fixed the bug. Okay. Alright, so this is all the stuff so far. I know for a fact that they are going to be using more tweaks, or doing more tweaks on Gibraltar himself, and I guarantee a few of the other legends are going to be getting tweaked and being looked at very closely as the event goes on. And I really hope they do fix Gibraltar. Like, he's my Achilles heel. Anytime I go against him and he has his, like, he could have no armor and then suddenly his gun shield is back up and I have to go through that entire shield before I can riddle him, and he's already got me dead to rights just with that. So I hope the new event is going to be great. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the Bangalore heirloom. She's like, honestly, should have been one of the first people to get it. But I'm happy that they have like a kukuri type of knife for her. It's really cool to see. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, this little update. I'll try to make more update videos as updates come in. And remember, if you like what you see, want to support the channel, hit that sub button, hit the like button, check out the Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/40live, and I'll see you all in the arena. Ciao, ciao.